Hey, I'm Katie Williams and I was one of Australia's leading beach sprinters. I'm going to take you through a day in the life if you can keep up. So I started beach sprinting for Surf Life Saving when I was age 4. It's much harder to run on the sand and it's a slightly different technique. So the distance is 90 metres on the sand, or there's the beach flag, which is 20 metres on the sand. To give you some context, if you're running on the beach and you're doing 90 metres, that's the equivalent of 120 metres on the track. When I turned 19, I finally achieved my dream. And that was, I made the Australian team and I also won world titles. So I was the fastest female in the world, which was amazing. And I only retired 4 years ago. So I did it for most of my life. I trained so much and I tried to be so fit that I actually became quite unhealthy. I put a lot of pressure on myself and I just wanted to win. So now I just have a more holistic view of health. So I normally wake up at 5:30 and then I will meditate for 20 minutes. So my rule is meditate before I caffeinate. I start by planning my day from start to finish. I work in the city, so I go to Hustle Boxing and teach boxing classes. We're looking for strong movement, it's a functional movement, so we're looking for quality here instead of quantity. It's just so empowering with music and lights and 50 people in the classroom and everyone's yelling and having a good time. So I love it. Collectively, we're exercising and bettering ourselves. And for me, it's a massive part of my training regime. You've got your 3s and your 4s and last I also have a podcast called Better For It, so I go into the studio some days. Most days I'm in front of the camera because I vlog the challenges I'm doing for the podcast. So I take on health and wellness and lifestyle challenges like quitting sugar, quitting coffee, intuitive eating, going plant-based, high protein. I bring in an expert and I interview them and then they set me a challenge. I think that I've abused the relationship with coffee and I do think what I'm measuring is my mental, social and physical health. And the whole point of the podcast and the episode is if I will think, move or feel better from doing the challenge. I'm bettering myself, changing my habits, and people are doing it with me. And it's just such a beautiful thing. I'm trying to learn to do less. For me, the biggest thing now is self-care and looking after my health. So having rest days, I couple that with a beauty regime. As I've gotten older, I've worn less makeup and I've opted for more natural products. It's not just about what you eat, it's also about what you put on your skin. I've been working with Angela since last year. My favorite product is the glycolic mask. You can definitely feel the tingle on the skin. Once it's on the skin, you can feel this like tingling and it probably lasts about 10 minutes. I leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes, then you can feel it taking away the dead skin. I usually apply the mask once or twice a week and it smells beautiful. It's like a cinnamon pumpkin puree almost. The ingredients in the mask are really natural. So you've got glycolic acid, manuka honey, you've got pumpkin, and you've also got vitamin C. Oh, and fruit stems. When I take the mask off, my skin feels soft. It helps with skin texture, leaves you feeling glowy and luminous, and your skin feels really bright. Trust me, they keep going. And so do I. My life is full on, and energetically, it can be hard to keep up. Even though I have this athletic, very disciplined, very tough exterior, there's a huge part of me that's very emotional and very human, and exercise is massive for me. If I'm not training, I actually don't feel myself. For me, I now train because I love it. I train to feel good. I still feel empowered and strong in training, but I don't feel the pressure. I train to stay fit. I don't really train so much for this crazy goal because, yeah, my goal was to be world champion. And it felt amazing when I got there, but 5 years of hard work, it's a full-on commitment. I don't do that now. I like rosé too much.